Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Learning Block, where education meets every corner of the city. Whether you're a parent, educator, or advocate, this is your go-to space for real conversations about special education, inclusion, and equity in urban schools. From IEPs to instructional breakthroughs, I break it down block by block. I'm your host, Tamika Tice Briggs, and together we're building a stronger, smarter, and more inclusive future for all learners. Let's jump in. So, you're probably asking yourself, what is the Learning Block? Well, the Learning Block is a platform designed to guide New York City families through the special education process. I'm also here to help you support navigating IEPs, for you to gain insight from educators, for you to hear real stories from parents and change makers, and of course, to supply you with the tools and resources so you can advocate for your child effectively. So, the reason why I started the Learning Block was because I know firsthand how overwhelming, confusing, and isolating the special education journey could feel, especially when you're trying to navigate for your child without a clear roadmap. I wanted to create a space where families don't have to navigate this process alone. A place filled with clarity, compassion, and practical tools that break down the IEP journey and empower parents to speak up, ask questions, and make smart choices. The Learning Block started from a deep belief that every child deserves access, support, and opportunity. And that starts with families who feel confident and supported. I'm your host, born, raised, and educated in the Bronx. That's right, the Bronx, baby. I spent over a decade in the game as a special education teacher, navigating the wild world of IEPs and making sure every student, no matter how unique, receives what they need to shine. I've been in a classroom with squeaky chairs, chalkboard battles, and Wi Fi that sometimes worked. And I've learned one thing: knowledge is power, but access is the real key. So, whether you're a parent, an educator, or just trying to understand the system, then you're in the right place. I'm talking real talk, real resources, and real results. No boring lectures, no gatekeeping, just that authentic Bronx energy and special education made simple with a side of love. Let's learn, laugh, and level up together. This is the Learning Block. Let's get into it. Navigating the IEP process in New York City can feel confusing and overwhelming. Let's be real. From understanding referrals and evaluations to sitting in on IEP meetings and advocating for services, it's a lot to take in. That's where the Learning Block comes in, okay? I break the process down into simple, easy to follow steps designed to help you support your child every step of the way. So, here is what is on our agenda for today. I'll be walking you through the full IEP journey from the very first question or concern all the way to make sure services are in place and working for your child. I'll start off with step one, the referral and requesting the evaluation. How to raise a flag when you think support is needed for your child. Then it's on to step two, giving consent for testing for the evaluation. What testing really looks like and what it's measuring. On to step three, the IEP meeting and eligibility, where decisions are made and voices come to the table. Then we'll dive into step four, Writing the IEP and the plan. This happens at the IEP meeting. Building the actual roadmap for services. Then, and finally, we'll wrap it up with step 5, implementation and follow up, because the journey does not end with one meeting. So, let's get ready to learn, ask questions, and gain the tools you need to support your child like a pro. Let's unlock the IEP process together. Let's do it. So, I have a question. Are you struggling to get the support your child needs in school? If you're in New York City and wondering how to start the IEP process, IEP stands for Individualized Education Plan, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to walk you through every step from requesting an evaluation to getting services started so your child can thrive. Before the IEP process begins, it's essential that families feel prepared, informed, and empowered. That's why I included my NYC IEP Parent Advocacy Checklist, a step-by-step guide designed to support you from the very beginning. It starts off with the basics: observing and documenting academic or behavioral concerns at home and in school, requesting an evaluation in writing. When you're doing that, be sure to date your letter and send it to the principal or CSE office. CSE stands for Committee on Special Education. It's essential to keep copies of communication and organizing your documents into a folder or binder with sections like evaluations, letters, IEPs, and notes. But it doesn't stop there. The checklist also walks you through what to expect after requesting an evaluation, how to prepare for the IEP meeting day, and includes extra tips and important rights every parent should know, because advocating for your child does not end with one meeting. So, with the right tools and preparation, you can confidently support your child's educational journey. So, use this checklist as your guide, like an MTA train map. Now, step 1 in the IEP process, that's the referral, or as I like to say, the official, hey, I think my child needs some support moment. Maybe your child's struggling with reading, focus, speech, behavior, or you just feel deep in your gut like something's off. Trust that gut, it's loud for a reason. So, how do you make it official? You write a referral letter. Don't worry, I got you. There's a sample in the description below. Yep, fully NYC DOE ready. You know I don't play, okay? Send it to your child's school principal, special education coordinator. You could also send it to the Committee on Special Education, also known as the CSE office in your child's school district. Here's a little pro tip. Email it and drop it off in person, okay? Because in NYC, if it's not in writing and in someone's hands, it didn't happen. Keep that paper trail tight. So, that's step 1, the referral. The first step to unlocking the support your child deserves. Don't overthink it. Take the step. I'll walk the rest of the journey with you, one learning block at a time. All right, let's move on to step 2, giving consent for testing. So, within 10 school days, the school must give you a consent form. Once you sign and return it, they have 60 calendar days to complete the evaluation. That includes academic testing, observations, possibly speech or OT evaluations, and parent interviews. In this video, I also provided a timeline of what the 60-day evaluation process should look like. This timeline will help you understand each step, from the moment you submit your written request all the way to the IEP meeting, so you know what to expect and when. All right, we've made it to the big moment. Step 3, the IEP meeting. Cue the spotlights, because this is where all the voices come together to create a plan tailored just for your child. Picture this: a table full of people, parent, teachers, a special education coordinator, and maybe a service provider or two, all working together like a dream team. And guess what? You are the MVP. This meeting is your chance to share your insights, your child's strengths, challenges, and goals. You'll go over the evaluation results, talk about services like speech, OT, or counseling, and help shape the IEP, aka the Individualized Education Plan. The goal? To build a plan that gives your child the support they need to learn, grow, and shine. Here's a pro tip. Don't be afraid to speak up. Ask questions, take notes, bring a friend. This is all about making your child's voice heard, even if they're not in the room. The IEP meeting is where your advocacy meets action, and it's a powerful step forward. Let's keep the momentum going. You got this. All right, superstar. We are at step 4, writing the plan. The plan is created, aka the blueprint for your child's success. This is where all the information from evaluations, conversations, and your IEP meeting comes together to form one powerful document, the IEP, known as the Individualized Education Plan. Think of it like a customized GPS that maps out your child's learning journey. Inside the IEP, you'll find learning goals, services like speech, OT counseling, how progress will be measured, where and how support will happen inside the classroom, in a small group, or one-on-one. But here's the best part. This plan is made just for your child. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's built with heart, data, and teamwork to help them reach their full potential. Here's a quick tip. Review the IEP carefully. If anything doesn't sit right, ask for clarity or changes. You are your child's biggest advocate. So, give yourself a high five. You're helping build a future that's full of possibilities, one goal at a time. Kudos to you. All right. We made it to the final step, step 5, implementation and follow-up. This is where the magic meets the classroom. Now that your child's IEP is written, it's time to bring it to life. Teachers, service providers, and support staff get to work by putting the plan into action, supporting your child with the services, goals, and accommodations you all agreed on. Think of it like a recipe. Now it's time to start cooking. But wait, this isn't a set it and forget it situation. Progress will be tracked. You'll get updates, and if not, reach out to the principal or the special education coordinator. You'll also be invited back at least once a year for an IEP review, and sooner if you need it. Here's a little pro tip. Stay connected with your child's teachers and team. If something's not working or new concerns pop up, you can always ask for a meeting. The IEP is a living document. It grows with your child. So keep showing up, keep asking questions, and keep celebrating progress, big or small. You've just completed the IEP journey, but the support, that's just getting started. Good for you. All right, you did it. You made it through the IEP journey. And now it's time to take the next step like the champion you are. Whether you're a parent, caregiver, educator, or advocate, you are now officially equipped with the knowledge to support a child's journey in a powerful way. So what's next? Stay curious, stay involved, speak up. Your voice matters more than you know. Need support? You're not alone. Check out the free resources that can guide you every step of the way. The sample letter, a sample IEP, checklist, and timelines, I got you. And hey, follow the Learning blog for even more tools, tips, and real stories from real families and people navigating the IEP process. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. Got something to share? I want to hear your story. Also, new videos dropping soon, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay connected. You've got this, and I'm with you every step of the way. And thanks again for hanging out with me on the Learning Block.